Understand something. Veganism results in a slaver society, a caste society. And no, it's not the vegans who are the slaves. They are the slavers. I thought it only appropriate to eat a little fast food while I make this video. I've never had the Wendy's potatoes. I have breakfast now. I'm gonna get in some sausage biscuit and talk to you about veganism. Yeah, that's right. Ooh, hot. So there's this streamer whose videos I often watch. He does shooters, games like PUBG and Super People. Battle Royale. Very skinny fellow. Vegan. Not a vegetarian, a vegan. And when I asked why he's a vegan instead of a vegetarian, he said, it's ethical for me. The small amount of pleasure I got from eating milk or eggs was not worth a lifetime of suffering for these animals. So, his veganism is ethical. It's all veganism is. One can be a vegetarian for health reasons, but one is not a vegan for health reasons. One is a vegan for spiritual and ethical reasons. So obviously there are moral judgments being made, like any other ethical decision. This streamer has arms this thick around. He's like 6'3". And he sits in front of a computer for 12 hours a day. He doesn't look unhealthy. He just looks like he wouldn't be able to run very far. Yeah, wrong. Or lift heavy things. Now, understand that there's class at play here. Only certain people can afford to be vegan. You, the blue-collar man, the one who needs protein, you are ethically inferior. This society is full of men who have made the ethically superior choice to be vegan and yet don't have to lift anything heavy for a living. And of course, they don't see it as their job to protect their wife and children. Veganism has existed religiously. It exists religiously now in the States, but anciently in Hinduism, in Buddhism. Understand that while Western aristocrats got to do things like play sports, Eastern aristocrats got to be spiritual. But the masses, the latrine diggers, can't be spiritual. Maybe if they're particularly virtuous in their latrine digger lives, they could be reborn as an aristocrat. Because how can a poor person let go of all material concerns? He can't. How can a poor person feed his family and be a vegan? He can't. Which means that the work that makes it possible to be a vegan happens below the social level of the vegan. The slaves work so that out of their surplus, one can be a vegan. Veganism is a slaving philosophy. Square patties. Veganism despises the working man. Even though vegans will wear Che Guevara shirts and say they're for the worker, they are not for the worker. They are for universal income and living in Portland. And people magically being able to survive on their own, to live on their own, but without having families. You start having a family, you start having to work. Now, are all vegans bums? No. The vegans who have high-paying jobs are the worst slave masters. Adding to the slave labor that goes into making their electric cars. Is all the extra labor their diet forces. Not only in the food chain, but elsewhere. There's fat in the biscuit. Don't let vegans get away with it. A vegetarian, that's fine. You don't have to make fun of them on site. But vegans, you should. Hi, I'm Jake, I'm a vegan. You say, oh, so you hate workers. I can't believe it, I'm out of potatoes. Vegans get mocked for being socially awkward, like always finding a way to mention that they're vegan. Always finding a way to mention their superiority. It's not enough. Vegans should be mocked to their faces for their inferiority, for their despising of human beings, for their ethical want, their ethical lack. Right now they just get made fun of for being a bit snooty, a bit snobby. No, 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 no. Let's make fun of them for being evil. The peace of Christ be upon you.
Aí sim é um homem de verdade, não é esses troços do grupo não, essas carcaças velhas, uó, fim de carreira.
Cadê você, profeta, autarquia? Hein? Pedrada no inferno, fala comigo aí, matador de demônio. Hein?